Today's show is sponsored by the multiorgasmicmama.com. If lack of confidence, low libido, or guilt and shame around your sexuality are the cause of your bedroom woes, the hot wild sex you never have anymore, or the transition into motherhood that sucked your libido dry, let me help you get your mojo and magnetic feminine spark back. Magic, miracles, total self-love, and multi-orgasmic bliss included. See you at themultiorgasmicmama.com. What's up, hot mamas? It's Tilly back with another short and sweet episode for you on the topic of feeling sexually shy and reserved. Is it you? I have a feeling that at some point in your life, it has been you if it's not currently you right now, because I know a lot of ladies, including myself, have struggled with feeling sexually shy and reserved, and like you don't know what to do, or you feel like creatively blocked sexually, or you don't know what to really even ask for or do that might be out of the norm, that might be breaking up the sexual routine that you might have found yourself in lately. So if you want to be not sexually shy and reserved, the opposite of this, from my experience and my experience working with plenty of clients, is that the opposite is feeling comfortable and confident in your body, in your own skin, in your sexuality. And I remember being 27 and thinking, wow, I've birthed 2 babies. I have no problems being naked. I have no problems doing things that my body does, like birthing kids and menstruating and all of that. But when it came to expressing myself sexually, or freeing my voice and sounding, or getting sexually creative, and dare I even say spicing things up in the bedroom, because I hate that phrase. Oh my God, I hate it. But all y'all say it, so I guess I'm just going to have to resort to using it when you need to spice things up in the bedroom. Sometimes that can mean like playing in BDSM or doing kinky things. I used to be so shut down around that stuff, and now no problems voicing or sounding or being sexually creative, or exploring more things kind of beyond my edge sexually, which could go into the BDSM kink stuff. So I used to be thinking about like, how the hell do I break out of this reservedness? I don't know. When I was a kid, my parents always considered me shy, and I see it in my youngest kid too. Like there's this level of shyness, and you just don't want to like express yourself or be made fun of or feel embarrassed or anything. So I used to just think, well, there's got to be more than this sexually. Like there's got to be a way I can break out of this, because I can't imagine living the rest of my life and this is all I get to do sexually. Like that was just a no, I can't let that happen thing for me. And until it becomes that for you too, it's very unlikely that you're ever going to change and transform and break out of this sexual shyness and reservedness, because there has to be a motivating desire. So until that desire really exists, until you get to enough pain in your relationship or your sexuality with a partner or with yourself, until there's enough pain and stuckness and feeling like this freaking sucks, like I hate this, I hate that there's only one way I can orgasm, I hate that I'm so, creatively non-expressed sexually, then it's likely you're never going to do anything to change, because it takes so much to break out of that shy, reserved behavior. So I get how uncomfortable it can be to do this, because I've had to go there. Many of you know, like when I started my journey with my sexuality, I took a Jade Egg class, and it really stretched me out of my comfort zone. I've said it plenty of times, like it took me 10 times inserting a Jade Egg without wanting to vomit. So the first 10 times I did it, I wanted to puke so bad, and I'm not a puker. TMI potentially, but I don't puke a lot. It's just never been part of my constitution. But when I tried to put a Jade Egg in for the first time and do a practice, it brought up so much disgust around my body. It wasn't even funny. So it took 10 times of doing that and trying just to break out of the first layer of resistance to working on my sexuality in the first place.
And, it takes getting towards those awkward, weird, uncomfortable things at first to break through that first level, but you got to be able to do it. And even today, I still explore edges of my sexuality. I'm sure there is so much more for me to explore and to feel uncomfortable about, but, it's one layer at a time. Now, I know I'm not the only one who can break out of being sexually shy and reserved, because I've seen many women transform in this way before, when they really, really want to. But it takes a really, really want to do it. So there are 4 steps to break out of sexual shyness and reservedness. The first is to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. Get uncomfortable to get comfortable. If you want to break out of feeling sexually shy and reserved, you're gonna have to push yourself past an edge. No one and nothing ever changes if you stay stuck in your comfort zone forever. You've got to push yourself to an edge, but recognize that you don't have to go all the way into doing things that feel so far from where you're at right now, but that actually baby steps is the way to go. Baby steps create the greatest and most lasting change and transformation in people's lives. So pushing yourself to an edge that feels so far away than where you're currently at could even do more harm than good, because your nervous system has to be able to digest and handle the steps without going into fight, flight, freeze, or fawn responses. So just take one little baby step to doing something uncomfortable at a time. Examples of this could be buying a jade egg from my online shop, or purchasing a book that makes you want to squirm, or when you read the title, you're just like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm going to read a book named Pussy, a Reclamation by Regina Thomas Schauer, which I love that book, by the way. That's just the one that came to mind. Or you could reach out to me and start a conversation that feels super vulnerable and uncomfortable. If you want to do that, go to @tilly.storm on Instagram, and I'd love to get a DM from you. And if you want to get a jade egg, head to themultiorgasmicmama.com/shop, and you can get one there. But the point is, you don't need to go out and take some grand action, which many people do. Like, they'll be like, oh, I don't want to feel sexually shy or reserved anymore, so I'm going to go buy all of this stuff on Amazon, all of this bondage equipment, and all of this bondage stuff, and I'm going to explore kink and BDSM, and I'm going to go buy some sexy lingerie. And then what happens when you get in the mail? You never use it, or you never do it, because you've pushed yourself past your window of tolerance. And it's going to throw you right back into being shy and reserved. So you have to take one baby step at a time towards feeling more comfortable and confident by pushing yourself to do a doable action, to go to a doable edge, just 1% past where you currently are. And that's where the gold is. Now, the second thing is that instead of piling on and accumulating ways to feel more comfortable and confident in your skin and in your sexuality, consider releasing what's not working instead. Because the trick to getting over being sexually shy and reserved is not by checking off a to-do list or piling on more tasks or even wearing sexier or nicer things. No, it's actually in releasing what's keeping you from feeling comfortable and confident instead. Well, we live in an accumulation culture. The accumulation culture tells us that we need to do more, we need to buy more, that the closer, the more we do and buy, the closer we're going to get towards our goals and desires. Well, when it comes to feeling sexually comfortable and confident, the opposite is true, because that comes from an internal game. Nothing on the exterior is going to make you feel comfortable and confident truly. It can add to it, but it's not lasting. It can add to it as soon as you have it on, but as soon as you take it off, then it's gone. That comfort, that confidence is gone. So when you create and cultivate an inner comfort and confidence, it comes from releasing, not accumulating. That means letting go, releasing anything that you feel is keeping you from sexual pleasure, from sexual self-expression. This could be guilt, shame, disgust. It's usually emotionally charged. It's huge. It's a lot of the shits, okay? This is because you were born feeling comfortable and confident in your skin. You didn't have to learn how to be comfortable and confident. You were actually born that way. Okay, you were born feeling sexually whole. You were born sexually wild and free. You were born multi-orgasmic. You were born worthy and deserving of all of the pleasure and the joy that living in this human body could possibly afford you. But it is all of the conditioning and the trauma that gets piled on over time that makes you forget and that limits your access to all of the things that you were born with. So it's never about doing or being more or looking on the exterior to pile on more stuff. It is nothing more than releasing all of that stuff in the way of your natural born, confident, and sexually expressed self. The third step is to give yourself some room and time to shake. You heard me right, baby. Shake it, shake it, shake it, mama. Shake it like you got it. So put on some fun tunes. Put on some bounce tracks by Beyonce and Big Frida. Put on a track for 5 minutes and allow your body to shake. Dancing and shaking are two very natural and also socially acceptable ways to release and to get you slightly out of your comfort zone. So you can start there because it's usually something most of us can do, even if it feels uncomfortable. But you're going to take it one little baby step further and you're going to consciously shake your body. It's easier when you have music on, but if you don't, that's fine too. And you're going to begin to release some of that crap holding you back from feeling comfortable and confident in your skin in the first place. So do it with the door shut. Make sure no one's around. You get comfortable and confident in your body and your sexuality by being comfortable and confident with you. So if it's hard for you to do with a partner, practice it with yourself, and that's going to change how you feel when you are with a partner. Okay, the fourth step is to practice moving your body and using your voice, sounding, in increasingly more uncomfortable ways in the bedroom. So when you continue taking these baby steps and small incremental steps towards your desires, you're going to begin to see shifts. When you go at a doable 1% more rate, you build inner trust with yourself as well. So this is going to help you break out of the sexual shyness and reservedness way more than if you were to blow your entire system open, which would lead to a freak out because you're throwing your nervous system into a fight, flight, freeze, or fawn response out of your window of tolerance, which does not compute to thriving at all. You cannot thrive if your nervous system is in a survival mode. And that's what's going to happen if you go out and buy all this stuff, or if you get it in the mail and you start to freak out. You don't need to do that. So just continue to find ways to do something slightly out of your comfort zone in the bedroom every time that you have sex or self-pleasure. So maybe, if you're with a male partner in sex and you've always felt shy giving oral, maybe asking yourself as you're doing it, can I allow myself to enjoy this and to get into it just 1 small percent more than the last time I tried it? Okay, so again, if you're trying to go from 0 to 100, you're going to throw your entire nervous system off. You're going to shut down and you're going to say, fuck this, it's not worth it. All right, don't do that. Go 1 small, doable action step out of your comfort zone. And if you do that over time and you continue to do it, you're going to break out of sexual shyness and reservedness. So let's review. If you want to break out of this pattern, you need to do 4 things. Get uncomfortable to get comfortable. You're gonna have to push past a comfort zone. There is no way out of it. None at all. You gotta get past a comfort zone. The second thing is you gotta release instead of accumulate or do more. You don't need to take on more. You don't need to do more. You need to release all of the inner shit in the way to find true and lasting confidence and comfort in your skin, because that's an internal game. It's not an external one. The third thing is to give yourself some room and time to shake. Actively, consciously shaking off what's not supporting you, what's not serving you in your pleasure and your sexual self-expression. And the fourth is practice moving your body and using your voice in increasingly more uncomfortable ways. Just one small, incremental, doable step at a time in the bedroom. All right, mamas, I hope this serves you. If you are loving this content, I encourage you to go watch my Ignite Your Desire Masterclass online. It's a totally free masterclass with all sorts of amazing goodness in it, lots of value for 1 hour of your time. Totally free to watch. It's at themultiorgasmicmama.com. And then head to the free stuff tab and it's right there. All right, loves, talk with you all next week and have a great one. Bye.